What's good, good people? Soul Brother number one coming back at you from the top of the chocolate Milky Way, here to reclaim the pyramids. And this afternoon we're going to be doing a review of Super 7 Ultimate's Conan the Barbarian. This is going to be the King Conan version. We see him at the end of the movie Conan the Barbarian where he's sitting on the throne. Don't have the throne. Maybe get it later, maybe not. I don't know. But this is King Conan. I'm going to start out with the packaging like we do, because it's what we do. Familiar Super 7 packaging. You got the name of the figure down here, Conan the Barbarian, and then you see it's the King Conan version down there on the bottom. Nothing on the side, nothing on that side. You got Ultimates on the top, and then we got the write-up. Nice long write-up too. You can pause and read that if you like. If not, whatever. Here it is. But this box is probably going to go away because we ain't inbox collectors. But yeah, it'll probably go away. But for now, it gets chucked over there. Starting off with the accessories. King Conan comes with a good bit of accessories. Start with the hands. Comes with left and right. These type of hands, whatever you want to call them. He got a left and right. He comes with left and right gripping hands. Comes with the classic familiar Conan sword. And there's some detailing, some writing in there. Well, I don't know if it's writing or just designs, but that's pretty nice attention to detail. The handle is, what color is that? It's like a wash on it. In the pommel, nice design on the pommel. Bring it back so it can focus if it wants to. You got a skull on it somewhere on there, and it's pretty cool. And the blade is almost translucent, but not quite. If I put my finger behind it, you can almost see through it a little bit. But that's the Conan sword. Comes with this dagger. Nice detail on the dagger. In the middle, you got sculpt of a lion's head that we will see as we, get into the figure. We'll see that lion's head motif used. Black handle, gold on the pommel, and gold here. Silver blade. And it comes with a sheath. And this can be attached to the belt. We'll do that later on. But you had the gold on the sheath. Dagger fits nicely. Now for the figure, we have King Conan. Oh, I forgot. Let me forget. Don't let me forget. Comes with an alternate head. I don't think there's too much difference in these two head sculpts. The only one that I could see is the eyes maybe a little bit lighter on this one than this one. Yeah, I think the eyes are a little bit lighter. Other than that, it's the same head sculpt. I believe the hair might be in the back shaped a little differently. That's a pretty cool head sculpt. Nice rendition of King Conan. Getting into the figure. Let's start with the articulation. Well, I guess we can count this as an accessory because this piece comes off. Now, I don't know because his head is hard plastic. Let's see. It's not gonna... You can get 360, but you'll have to manipulate the hair because it's a hard plastic, this back piece of the hair. around those shoulder pads. Can't look up or down too much, just a little bit. I think those shoulder pads come off too. Let's check. Yep, the shoulder pads come off. And his necklace right here is attached to the shoulder pads. And there's that lion again that we saw on the blade. Soft goods here. And that's always a plus. They can come off. I'm going to get these off just for purposes of doing the articulation. But it's always a plus when you have soft goods. Easy to get off. They're not in the way. And if they are in the way, you can get them out the way. So that's pretty cool. We always like when things come with soft goods. But let's put his head back on while we do this. And this is that alternate head. You can see what I was talking about with the hair. Without them shoulder blades on, you see all that space up under there. And he can, look, okay. Without these shoulder pads and this thing on here, we see he can look up a good deal. Look down, yeah, but that just looks funny. So we won't, let me see. If you display them without that on, you probably want to keep them turned to the front, because if you have them on the side, you'll see that gap right there. And that doesn't look right. Just doesn't look right at all. All right. King Conan can get this T-pose. Get the T-pose going. He doesn't have a butterfly. Arm can go 360. You got a bicep swivel. Single jointed elbows. You have an ab crunch. Allows him to crunch forward that far. Bend his back that far. Has swivel at the waist. Arnold can get a little bit of the Van Damme going on. No thigh swivel. Single jointed knees. I don't know why in this day and age figures don't come with double jointed elbows and double jointed knees, but you know, it is what it is. You got a swivel at the, that would be a boot swivel. Ankle pivot. And the ankle rocker. And that's pretty much it for the articulation. Detail on the belt here. It's nice. With the gold studs. These are raised studs also on the thigh pads. That's pretty cool. And it just follows the motif of the gold on the black, because on his shin guards and his knee pads you also see some gold detailing on there. One gripe I have about it, these hands look kind of small. It makes him look like he got the short arms, don't it? Not as much on camera, but in person his arms look super short with those fists. But obviously, since I bought it, you can tell it wasn't a deal breaker. Here on the side, you see that peg? That's where his knife sheath goes. Man, that's gonna be, I can already tell that peg is bigger than that hole. That might take some. Yeah, we're not gonna be taking that off too tough, on and off. But it's on there. And we will put the knife back in there. And that's the way that goes. Let's see. I guess I'll put well, let me take one of these hands off so he can hold his sword. Hands go on pretty easy. Not pretty easy. They get going in and out. That gripping hand though, it's kind of tight. That is a tight hand. I don't know if you might want to heat that up before you. Damn. They made that hand tight. There we go. Here he is holding the sword. So he does display well. If you don't want to have him with all this extra stuff on and looking straight on, he does display pretty well. Very nice with just that sword. But like I said before, just make sure you don't have him displayed like that, because you got that space in between his shoulder and his hair. And that's not, I don't like that. So we're going to put his shoulder pad and stuff back on. Because this is, after all, King Conan. Put his, I guess that would be some fox fur, supposed to be. Put that back on. And put this head on. Hear that satisfying pop? Oh man. You know what? I didn't put his soft goods back on. But I will put that back on later and conclude this video. This is kind of crooked. There we go. Get Conan looking right. And there it is. Pretty good figure. With a couple of exceptions, but like I say, those exceptions weren't deal breakers. But that is my review of Super 7's Ultimate King Conan. Remember, keep a glide in your stride, a dip in your hip, and we can all wait on the mothership. Y'all be easy.